Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 756. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and we're here live in Southwest Florida in my studio. If you have any questions, please ask. If you'd like to say good morning, I'd love to hear from you. I know everybody in our live chat community would love to hear from you too. Good morning, Grace. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Nora Sue. Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. It's Monday, right? Hi, Joe. Hi, Diane. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Naomi. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. I'm Kristin Omdahl. Hi, Jackie and Marissa, Judy. Judy, I love the mermaid emoji. Hi, Lily. Good morning. Is that a mermaid or is that a genie? Oh no, it's a genie, I think. Hi, Marcia. Even with glasses, I can't read emojis. I've never had any, I've never been able to really understand emojis. I can't see the details very well. Hi, Marcia and Carrie, Nora Sue, Margaret. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 756. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and we're here live in Southwest Florida in my studio. It has been very chilly here. It went down to 41 overnight, 2 nights in a row, and it's been about 10 degrees cooler in my house than it normally is. Not enough to turn on the heat. I like to really try to keep the heat off as long as possible. I don't know why. It's something that I do every winter. I think I get a kick out of trying to get through a whole winter without turning the heat on. But I think the lowest it got in the house was 66, and I normally keep the house at 76. So that was pretty chilly, and obviously it was much cooler outside. But I think we're coming back to normal December weather for us here soon. But it's been really chilly. I was bundled up under blankets all weekend, which was kind of fun. Yeah, really chilly. I had on pajamas, and I actually stayed in pajamas all weekend, which was such a treat. The holiday was exhausting because I do a lot of cooking, but that's fine. It's what I choose to do. And having that Saturday and Sunday at the end of a holiday was really quite a treat for me because I literally took Saturday almost completely off of work, which you know I rarely do, and I sat on the couch under blankets and watched TV and movies all day long. I couldn't even tell you the last time I've done that. It was so fun. Yesterday I ended up working, and I'll tell you about that in a few minutes because I reached a new milestone for the new book, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, I binge watched. What did I binge? I binge watched all of the TV show Luther on Stars with Idris Elba. And if you like a dark British crime show, if you enjoyed The Fall, remember The Fall? Then you will probably like Luther too. It was very good. I'm a huge Idris Elba fan. Anyway, I don't know if I said his name correctly, but it was really fun. And then I got recommended to try a show called Bridgerton, which is on Netflix. It's a new show on Netflix, and I've made it through the first 2 episodes of that, and it's really good so far. Probably something a lot of you have watched Downton Abbey, and it has that same kind of vibe with the costumes and stuff, but the show's maybe a little younger. I don't know, the cast seems pretty young, and it was fun. Yeah, Luther and The Fall were both definitely right up my alley for a type of dark crime drama and British crime drama. Luther was excellent. So if you liked The Fall, you'd probably like Luther too. And I'm caught up on Power Ghost Book 2, which I love that show very much. Joe's already binge watched the entire season of Bridgerton. Awesome. Did you like it? Because I'm really liking it. I'm 2 episodes in and enjoying. I also watched a movie on Netflix called Ava, which is with the girl from Jurassic Park, Jessica Chastain, maybe? And she plays an assassin. That was really good too. Yes, true crime is always on the top of my list as well, Lisa. Ah, Joe's already read all the books. Got it. Okay. Yes, I heard that it was based that Bridgerton was based on books. Did not hear anything about it until I got recommended to watch the show this weekend. I love, love, love the dresses and the details and the lace on the dresses and even some of the jewelry. I'm really liking the costume details on Bridgerton, and I could definitely see myself getting inspired to do some knit and crochet work based on what I'm seeing. So I love it when a show inspires me to do stuff like that. I'm really getting inspired by the sheer sleeves because I found that a lot of the sleeves on I mean, I love the shape of the dresses anyways. They're not shapes that would work well for me. They're for very thin girls with flatter chests. However, the silhouettes are beautiful, but what I'm really focusing on are those sheer sleeves, and they have some lace detailing in them, so it reminds me of like motifs or lace stitch patterns, so I could definitely see some inspiration coming from that. Hi Donna, good morning. I love the colors and the lace. All those nudes are beautiful. Yeah, I'm really, really loving the style of the show. It's a feast for my eyes. Hi Val, good morning. Hi Sancho. Hope everybody had a nice long weekend. Whether you celebrated Christmas or not, doesn't matter. It ends up being a long weekend here in the US. And we will have another long weekend this weekend. How exciting. So we'll have New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. That's exciting. I will definitely be taking the podcast off on Friday, New Year's Day. I haven't decided about New Year's Eve, but that's 4 days away. We'll figure it out by then. Let's see. Glad to see so many people joining us this weekend. Hopefully everybody got a chance to give their handmade gifts to people, and maybe you even got some handmade gifts in return. Yikes, Jill's furnace went out Christmas morning. That sounds horrible because you're in Michigan. And I hope everybody had a restful weekend. So I ended up doing a prime rib, standing rib roast for Christmas dinner, and I took the bones off of it and put them in the slow cooker, and I ended up making pho broth. Pho is a Vietnamese broth that you can make with beef. I do it with beef bones, where I add star anise and cinnamon sticks, cloves, cardamom pods, charred onion and charred ginger root, green onions, and then the stems of cilantro. I add that with the bones into the slow cooker, and I let it simmer on low for 24 hours, and it finished at 5 a.m. this morning when I got up, and it smells so good. I can't wait to drink it, eat it, whatever I'm gonna do with it. Does anybody else know what I'm talking about? Has anybody else tried the pho Vietnamese soup? It is yummy, Barbara. It has the most delicious herbaceous and spices and spicy flavors in there without being spicy. I don't put any chilies in mine, but gosh, it's so flavorful. It's amazing. It would be good on its own, but I'll end up serving it with rice noodles and some meat, and then serve it with cilantro, fresh lime wedges, and sliced green onions. Oh, sorry for your loss, Thea. Yes, I see a lot of people have had pho broth. I know I want to call it pho, P-H-O, but it's pho. It's pronounced pho. Okay, I keep forgetting. Anyway, so my house smells amazing right now. It's just cooling off. You know how hot things are when you cook them for a long time in the slow cooker. So it's going to take several hours for it to cool off enough to drink or eat. But looking forward to it. I love a good broth soup when it's cold out anyways. I drink it out of a coffee cup instead of coffee or tea. You're welcome, Thea. I have a hard time correcting myself. Hi, Donna. Good morning. Okay, so I told you I worked over the weekend, and what I worked on yesterday was getting through the first set of edits for book 20, 24 crochet hats, and I am so excited. So next up, I really want to lay out the book, but I'm thinking that I really need to do the photography first. So I'm kind of caught between which to do first, and I'm still not completely 100% sure I know how I want to do the photography. I mean, I wish it was a different time when I could just grab a whole bunch of people and bring them all together and get everyone wearing hats all at the same time. But I don't think that that's going to work. So I either have to be the model for all of them except for the one size for babies, which I think might be annoying to some people or boring or repetitive. I've got a kitty under the table. Hi, Sugar. Hi. I thought I felt a tail on my leg. We have a baby Bjorn this morning. I'll tell you what, these two were very happy seeing me sit on the couch all weekend. Did you have so much fun watching TV with me? I know you don't want to be up here. Whoops, sorry. So anyway, so I have to figure out if I'm going to do all the photography with me. It would be easier in some ways to just do the photos flat, because I do feel like as a pattern book, I feel like sometimes it's nice to see patterns styled and shown on people, but as crafters, I really think it's important to see close-ups of the stitches and the construction and things like that. So part of me really wants to do a close-up overhead shot of each of the hats for in the book, and then do maybe some styled photos like as collages in the beginning and end of the book, but not have that the focus, but really do like an overhead shot on the pattern pages. Does that make sense? Or how do you guys feel about that? What would be more important to you as an instructional pattern craft book? It's not like we're trying to do, a fashion magazine. I'm trying to focus on the crafting aspect. Oh, that would be fun, Jill. I just can't get Marlon to agree to do anything with me right now. It's, I guess it's partly his age and where he's trying to go and how he's trying to part from being, at some point kids decide to try to distance themselves from their parents, and that's natural and normal. But it's like as soon as we said we were going to do the cooking show together, that's when he started backing away. And so I can't get him to do the cooking show with me at all right now, but that's a great idea. I somehow have to just wrap my head around how to do the cooking show without him, because I do thoroughly enjoy, I thoroughly enjoy teaching, and I thoroughly enjoy sharing my knowledge with people. And so to be able to do more than just the crafting, but to do the cooking too, I would love it. I had my heart set on doing it with Marlon, and now that he's not interested, I'm, I don't know, stuck trying to figure out how to, what the point of view is for that show. Yeah, it's normal for him to find a way. What I thought I would do is go through his lists of things he wanted to learn to cook, and as I make those videos, sending him those videos to watch and letting him eat the food and saying, if you want to learn it, watch the video. I mean, there's that. And then maybe that will entice him. I don't know, but I figured at the very least I will use his list of dishes that he wanted to learn to cook as the inspiration for starting the show when I decide to do it. In the meantime, my last question to all of you was, how would you prefer to see the photos in the hat book? Because I'd just as soon have them I'd just as soon have them appear in the book the way you want to see them. I don't know how important it is for you to see them on a head as it is to see the construction style close up in an overhead shot. So I'm curious to see what your thoughts are. Carrie Mate says close up. See quite a few close-ups and then some on people. So here's what I thought. I would like the focus photo, like on the actual pattern pages, to be the close-up overhead shot. And then I thought I would do some collages at the beginning and end of the book where you would see, you know, it on someone's head, some maybe not so much as like a styled cheese kind of photo, but someone doing something and you can see the hat on a head. And then those collages will have a page number on them so that you can refer to that picture on its pattern page. And if I do it that way, then the overhead shots are already done and I can work on the next round of editing and then work on the photos on the side and get those collages done in the beginning and end. Because I think you really need both. And as long as you need both, I think it would be more interesting or more instructional to have the overhead shot with the pattern and then see the styled photos in small collages at the beginning and end of the book, not together. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad we talked that out because that means I can start working on the book layout now. I'm very anxious to see how many pages it's going to be because depending on how many pages it's going to be will determine how much it's going to cost. And you know I like to try to keep the cost down as much as possible and I like to keep things edited as much as possible. However, most of these hats are sized in 4 or 5 sizes and that always takes more space, and each hat has at least one chart, if not 2 or 3. Anytime it seemed applicable, I did a chart for the crown, for the walls, and for the brim. So I mean, this is a really meaty book. I mean, I don't know, have you ever seen a hat book that has that much detail in it? Not only is it 24 hats, but it is hats with multiple sizes and it is hats with multiple charts with the written instructions. I just feel like as far as a hat book goes, that's about as meaty as you can get for a hat book. And what a great resource too, because just like with the gift books that I've done, my goal when in doing books like this is to make them your go-to resource so that, okay, I need to make a hat. Let me go find one. I need to make a hat for anybody and oh, I can find sizes for anybody, whether it's a baby all the way through a large male. I mean, we're doing sizes starting at 14-inch circumference all the way up through 24-inch circumference. Grace says she's never seen that before either. Lisa's never seen that before. Great, wonderful. Wonderful. If I was pitching this to a book publisher, we would definitely be able to say at this point, yes, that is a unique book and it deserves a space on the bookshelf. So I guess I'll just I'll take my author hat off for a second and I'll put my publisher hat on and go, yes, let's do it. Let's sign that contract. Oh, not even funny, but kind of funny to me. Good. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Naomi. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, by the way, I also bought some hair extensions for doing the photos for the books. I wanted to be able to look different in the different photos. And I bought the kind of hair extensions that do not damage your hair. Have you seen them before? I don't know if we've talked about this before. It's one weft of hair extension that's on a clear headband that kind of looks like fishing wire, and you place it on your head and then you pull the crown hair out from under the headband and you place it on top, and it's invisible and it doesn't damage your hair. Have you seen those before? I'm curious to see if you guys have seen them before. I found a few sets on Amazon for like under $24 and they came in different sizes and different colors. I bought one that's darker like my roots and I bought one that's lighter like my highlights, my sun highlights. And so I thought between the two of them I could do some fun braids and ponytails and messy buns for the different hats. You have seen them before. Do you want me to do a video showing you how to put them in? Well, I'll show you it. I'll wear them one morning, and if you like the way they look, then I'll show you how to put them in as well. I have used them in the past for different photos of hats, actually. Hi, Judy. Good morning. And Judy's links are working. Yay! You know what's funny? When I went to go to YouTube on my computer this morning so that I could see, I wanted to be able to see the comments since I can't always read them well from where the phone is. I noticed that the format on my YouTube channel was back to normal. Normally it's the live chat to the right side of the screen view, and while Judy's live chat hasn't been working, the chat has been in a funny spot and I wasn't able to see it and see the screen at the same time. And when I saw that it came back today, and this always seems to happen when we're having some sort of a bug that we can't figure out with YouTube, the chat goes in the wrong place. And this morning the chat is back in the right place. And I was like, aha, that's a sign. Something's going to work out. This mystery is going to be solved today. So I'm glad to hear that. Oh, Kimberly has tried the hair extensions. Do you like them? I think they look great. I like them. What I would like to see is if I can do my braids with them. That would be interesting. I haven't tried doing, I have a feeling that it'll work with braids because I've done a side braid with it for a hat pattern to make some photos, but I haven't tried doing French braids like this. It'd be really cool if I could do French braids with it because then these would be so much longer. Didn't I do that? Oh, for Halloween, I did it. I wore them on Halloween too, but I didn't do French braids. I literally started my braids right here. But I have a feeling that French braids would work, and if they did, it'd be so cool. Kimberly needs help. Okay, sure. I will definitely do a video showing you how to do that. And I did buy a mirror for my I did buy a vanity mirror for my bedroom, so I know quite a few people have been wanting tutorial videos on how I do my braids and also how I've been doing my makeup. So I bought a mirror to do some videos over there as well. Now, are those videos you'd like to see as lives or videos that you'd like to see as actual edited videos? Because I'm happy to share how I do things, the beauty tips and stuff like that, but I'm just curious to see if you want live streams so that you can ask me questions as I go, or if you'd like them to be standalone videos. I think live would be better, but I just want to make sure you guys, that we're all on the same page. And I guess we'll have to call it something else. Can't call it part of the podcast, but it means that I will probably do them earlier than the podcast in the morning because I figure it would make sense to do it as I'm getting ready in the morning. So how does that sound? Oh yeah, 100% live. I'm seeing all lives. Yeah, live would be fun because then you can ask questions and I can stop and explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, cool. Great. Then I guess the trick will be able to read comments while my glasses are off. I'll have to put them on to read comments. But that's okay. Kind of like when I do the cooking ones. I can't see the comments immediately, but I go because I'm doing stuff. But then when I go back, I can scroll back and see them. Okay, all of that sounds exciting. What else? Yeah, KO Beauty Podcast. That's fine too. That's good too, Kimberly. Oh, I wanted to mention something regarding the gradients. The fiery red orange is sold out, and the purples are sold out, and the neutrals are sold out temporarily. They'll be back, but I still do have a few teals and I have a few pink corals in stock still. So I just wanted to mention that because I know everybody was really anxious about them, and I listed them right before Christmas, which means probably a lot of people were too busy doing other things to, oh, what else? I still, remember the colors of yarn that I just listed last week for Be So Fine and Be So Sporty? I also listed those right before Christmas, and I know that it was a very busy week, so I should probably show you those again too, but I haven't checked to see what's sold out yet, so whatever isn't sold out yet, I will show you those colors again tomorrow because I know that it was probably a whirlwind last week with all of your own things going on and holiday and get-togethers, or maybe not get-togethers, or whatever was going on. Then I'll show those colors again next week or tomorrow. But in the meantime, I wanted to say that of all the gradients, the pink coral and the teals are still in stock. So if you haven't picked one up yet, or you want to pick up an additional one, those two are still in stock. The other ones will come back in stock eventually, but if you want one right now, they're there. Does anybody have any questions? I know I've asked a lot of questions this morning. I'm drinking my lemongrass mint tea this morning. But as soon as I finish this cup of tea, I'm switching to my beef broth. I can't wait to drink a cup of beef broth out of a coffee cup. I add a bunch of lime juice to it. Yum yum. I'll make it with meat and rice noodles for Marlon, but for me, I'm happy with just the broth. The broth with some lime juice is perfect. Thank you for the links, Judy. I appreciate it. She's sharing links for the Be So Fine gradient kits and for Be So Fine yarn and Be So Sporty yarn, both of which have the new colors as well as the regular colors. I've been, oh yeah, we didn't even talk about what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing the Sabrina topper today. I'm wearing it over black bodysuit and my high-waisted jeans, which are in a dark wash denim, but I really think that it goes well with a black bodysuit. You could go with navy or black when you wear dark denim. And this is the Sabrina motif vest topper, which has a combination of two types of triangular motifs along with the square motifs to create shaping. So there is a half motif here to create the V-neck in a triangular motif that mimics the square motif but in rows. And then here for a gusset at the hips for hip ease, it is a triangle motif worked in the round. So there are three types of motifs in this pattern. I have to say one more thing. If I were making this again, I would make it twice as long. This is a great candidate of a pattern that you can modify and make a duster or longer hip length vest or cardigan with very, very, very minimal changes to the pattern. You would simply just add square motifs along that triangle and along the square motifs along here and just do, I would do 2 more rows of motifs to make it like this length. I think that would be amazing. I really wish I had the time to do that right now, but I said that we would talk about how to take existing patterns and look at ways that they could become other patterns without needing it to be another pattern, because I do feel, yeah, down to your knees. You could even go down to your calves. All the shaping is already done because of this triangular motif. So you could go as long as you want with this pattern. So not only is the pattern $1.99 and it's a gorgeous top on its own, but I want to show you how you can look at your patterns and decide all the different ways you can use a pattern and turn it into something else. So okay, well, for example, let's just work on this one then. All right, you've got triangle motifs and you've got square motifs. So forget the fact that it's not a seamless construction, but I'll tell you what, even what we talked about last week, if you were just going to make the motifs, join them as you go and cut the yarn after the motifs, top down increasing triangular shawl incorporates triangles and squares. Raglan shaped yoke for a pullover, also triangles and squares. Guess what? This pattern includes squares and triangles. So you could do either of these with this pattern just because of the types of motifs that are included. You could also make an afghan, a scarf. You could do a pullover that's just boxy and just includes the square motif. You could do a cowl. You could do a hat. You could do a hat that, you know how the kind of hat that you just do a tube and then you cinch the top? If you didn't want to further modify this into a hexagon to create a crown, you could just make this a little extra longer and cinch at the top. So I mean, there are so many things. You could make placemats. You could make a bag. You could make all sorts of things, especially when you're dealing with something that's motifs. Once you have the motifs in the pattern, and so a pattern like this has a square motif and it has 2 types of triangular motifs. Where can you find the pattern? Judy has posted a link, Doreen, to the pattern. If you just scroll up a little bit, I'm pretty sure that she's posted a link up here. It's probably, it's called the Sabrina Topper, and she's posted a link. Oh, she just posted again. Hi, Dave. Merry Christmas. You're welcome, Doreen. Our pleasure. Hi, Toda. So yeah, so once you have a combination of motifs in a pattern, for example, triangular and square, there really isn't anything you can't do with that. A triangle and a square combined can create all kinds of shaping, or if you want to use either one on its own, you can create anything in 2 dimensions. You could also get this pattern in my book, Layers Crochet. It's available as a single pattern download, which Judy's been sharing. My single pattern downloads as PDFs are $1.99, or you can find this pattern in my book, Layers Crochet, which is also an ebook, or you can get it as a paperback. The paperback is available as an autograph personalized book on my website, or if you shop at Amazon, it's on Amazon Prime in every Amazon market around the world. So however you want the pattern, you can get it by itself, you can get it in the collection in the book. By the way, my extra set of grid wall arrived this weekend, so I have to figure out where I'm going to add extra pieces, but it's going to be fun. All right, does anybody have any other questions? And this is made in Be So Sporty yarn, my number 2 sport weight bamboo. Barbara turned her summer lovin' vest into a duster. That's wonderful. I think I heard a kitty cry. No? Maybe not. All right, well, I don't think I see any other questions. That's great, Barbara. All right, well, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed all the show and tell, all the updates, especially about the new book. I'm so excited to share more of it with you. Thanks for answering all my questions. I enjoy your feedback so much. It's just so wonderful when we can interact together, and you guys can tell me what you want and I can figure out how to make that work. It's just so exciting. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Bye-bye.